Good evening. Welcome to the virtual college fair this evening for the California ACRAO. We're so happy that you're here with us. Remember that your camera microphone is going to be off, so you cannot communicate with us through that format, but through the Q&A button below, you can put any questions that you have for our presenters this evening in that area as well. Remember, if you don't remember everything from this event, there will be a recording available for you at strivescan.com/Carolinas. So we're so happy that you're here to kind of find out more about these great colleges and universities. And now we're going to turn things over first to University of Pittsburgh.
Thank you so much. Give me just a second here to get my screen shared. My name is Carrie Meeks Griffin from the University of Pittsburgh, Senior Associate Director. I am a two-time Pitt alum, undergraduate degree in communication and graduate degree from Pitt's top-ranked School of Social Work. I'll tell you a little bit about the University of Pittsburgh, one of the oldest colleges in the country, founded in 1787. We have about 20,000 full-time undergraduate students with a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Division I athletics, member of the ACC, major Research I institution. We do have an urban campus, a diverse student body from over all 50 states and a number of different countries. And our students are described as passionate, compassionate, and collaborative. We have a network of over 300,000 alums, including a very strong alumni network in the Carolinas as well. And of course, you have me as an alum, part of that network too. Now, we are located in Oakland, which is a neighborhood of the city of Pittsburgh, which is also home to Carnegie Mellon University and Carlow University. So lots of college students just right there in the Oakland area. And of course, in the center of our campus, which you see on all our marketing materials, is our 42 Gothic skyscraper, the Cathedral of Learning, which is really popular with our students. We actually call the Cathedral of Learning Kathy. So just to give you an idea how much our students love this building, they actually gave it a nickname and refer to it as Kathy. Now, you look to the right of Kathy there at the top, you'll see a skyscraper. So that's downtown. So you can see how close we are to downtown, 3 miles. Pitt students get to utilize public transportation for free with their student ID. So not only do you have your entire campus community of Oakland to take advantage of, but you also can take full advantage of the city and everything that that offers as well. This is the view from the other direction. City of Pittsburgh is a nice medium-sized city. It's ranked consistently as one of the most livable cities in the United States. Of course, you can't think Pittsburgh and not think sports. We have so much of a sports culture here, but also theater culture, and also a big foodie city as well. And cost of living is a little bit lower than some of the other major metropolitan areas, which is great on a student budget. Just to give you an idea of where we are located in relation to the Southeast, you can see we're there on the western side of Pennsylvania, close to the border of Ohio. And it's pretty easy to access the University of Pittsburgh campus because we do have a major airport, which is about a 25-minute drive from campus. You can easily access public transportation. It's also not too bad of a drive as well. One thing I will tell you about the weather coming from the Southeast, of course, we have all 4 seasons, so definitely something to be prepared for. But luckily, for 3 weeks of winter, you will be home for winter break. But definitely want to make sure to bring some winter boots and a warm coat. Now, of course, you're going to college for academics. So just to let you know, we have over 100 different majors. There's so many different options at Pitt, so many different ways that you can go to combine different academic programs. These are all of our undergraduate level programs. When you would apply to Pitt, you're going to be picking from one of our first year entry schools, which is the Dietrich School of Arts and Sciences. That's our liberal arts colleges, which houses the majors in social sciences, natural sciences, and humanities, and is the largest undergraduate school. We have our College of Business Administration, Swanson School of Engineering, School of Computing and Information, Nursing, and we also have our newest School of Public Health for undergraduate students. Our other programs, Health and Rehab Science, Pharmacy, Education, and Social Work, are all offered for undergraduates, but those are our upper level programs. We also offer an honors college. If you're interested in honors, you want to make sure you apply to Pitt by December 1st. Pitt Honors definitely allows students to take their education to the next level. To apply to Pitt Honors, you'll just note that on your application. The application will ask, are you interested in applying to Pitt Honors? A supplemental essay question will populate. You'll want to proceed as if that essay question is the most important part of the Pitt Honors review. We also have our guaranteed admission program. So if you're already thinking about that next level and you know you're interested in a graduate or professional level program, we can review now as an incoming freshman for one of these programs. Again, a question will populate on the application. Are you interested in any of our guaranteed admissions programs? If you select yes, you'll select which one. What this means is we can review now based on your high school academic information for admission into one of these programs. If offered admission, you're not committed to Pitt, you're not committed to this graduate program at Pitt, but it is a nice option if you are already thinking about that next level. The criteria for each of these programs will vary. Of course, the most popular one but is the most competitive is our School of Medicine freshman guarantee. If you are interested in the School of Medicine guarantee, the deadline is November 1 to have a completed application. So if you're a senior, you definitely want to make sure to get your application in here as soon as possible. Outside of the classroom, because of course you're going to be spending time outside of your academics. We usually about 80% of your time. We have over 400 different student organizations to get involved in. We have undergraduate research opportunities for all majors, which can start as early as spring semester your freshman year. We're above the national average in undergraduate students that study abroad. We have a real commitment to the city of Pittsburgh, and our students are actively involved in service opportunities and volunteer opportunities. We actually just wrapped up Civic Action Week last week. And then, of course, being so close to the city, we have plentiful options for internships, and we do have a internship guarantee program. So all of our students are guaranteed at least one internship. If you're applying to Pitt, you can either use the common application, coalition application on the application on our website, whatever is easiest for you. You can apply test optional for all of our programs. It won't hurt you in the process if you do not submit test scores. If you do not submit test scores, you're required to either submit the Common App essay or a personal statement. You're going to have the option to self-report all your high school academic information. That's my alarm to let me know I'm at my 6 minutes. And you can also include any other supplemental information that you'd like the admissions committee to help get to know you better. Best piece of advice I can give you for the University of Pittsburgh application process, it is rolling admission, so make sure to apply early. You don't have to commit to Pitt if offered admission till May 1st of your senior year. There's no advantage to committing early. The earlier you apply, the more likely you'll be more competitive for admission for merit-based scholarships and our graduate admissions programs. Pitt is ranked one of the top colleges that pay you back, #1 public university in the Northeast. Also 94% placement rate upon graduation. And if you have any questions, there is my contact information. I am the representative for the Carolinas. I always like to give a little shout out to the Pitt band. So if you're interested in the Pitt band, I'm a Pitt band alum. Also, don't hesitate to reach out. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, University of Pittsburgh. Next, we're going to have our Academy of Cincinnati.
Can you see my screen okay?
We sure can.
Okay, let me, wait, hold on, I think I stopped.
Yes, you did.
Okay, all right.
Okay,
Hi,
now we can
everybody.
see it again. You're good.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. My name is Amanda. I'm with the Art Academy of Cincinnati. The Art Academy of Cincinnati is an accredited independent college of art and design. So you might have heard of some other schools like RISD, Pratt, Columbus College of Art and Design. We're all within that same sort of family. So what I like to do in this presentation is point out the ways that we are different than a lot of other independent colleges of art and design that are out there. So this presentation, we're going to talk about what we offer and then what your life is like after you graduate from a school with a arts design or creative writing degree. So that's where the areas that we focus on are art, design, and creative writing. Our biggest point of difference is that we have an interdisciplinary education. We think it's really important that you leave the Art Academy as a really well-rounded creative. So some schools you can study just in one particular area in the visual arts. With us, you can major in one area, but a lot of students might minor in other areas. These are the different degrees we do offer. We added digital arts animation this year. So going back to that interdisciplinary education, if you wanted to major in design, you might also be able to minor in printmaking, minor in photography. Once again, going back to you leaving the Art Academy as a well-rounded creative. So 2/3 of your time at the Art Academy is studio art based. That's the making and the doing, and 1/3 is liberal arts based. Our liberal arts, though, are really geared towards making you that well-rounded creative. So rather than taking just say algebra or English 101, some of our liberal arts classes are artist as writer, graffiti and street art, zoology. So things that you might be interested in as it relates to your creative practice. Our faculty are all professionals in their field, so you get to really know them well. They become your biggest advocates for interning, for life after art and design school, for careers. The student faculty ratio is 9:1. So like I said, it's a very intimate setting where they become your biggest mentors. So I'll give a couple examples of things that our faculty are doing. David Michael Beck works for Marvel Comics. Matt Hart has his own band and he writes music for movies. Mallrats is one of them. Those of us that are admissions counselors probably know what that movie is. Mark Thomas owns his own design agency, but all of them on the screen right now are professionals in their field and they're taking that knowledge and they're bringing it back to you in the classroom. So you have that firsthand experience of what is the industry like that you want to soon work in. Another big point of difference for the Art Academy than a lot of other art and design schools is that you have access to all of our facilities regardless of your major. Once again, goes back to that philosophy of being a well-rounded creative. So one example is maybe you want to use the print lab or you want to use the photography studios or the audio studios. Regardless if you major in those different areas, as long as you take that introductory class, you can utilize the facilities. Also, our facilities are open 24/7, so whenever the mood strikes for you to make and create, you can come on campus and do so. Your junior and senior year, you are guaranteed an art studio space. That is a space for you and 3 other friends to make and do whatever you want. You can see some examples on the screen here. Sophomores, if there's space available, sophomores may receive a studio as well. First year students, because the building is open 24/7, you have access to all the classrooms, and then you also have access to making and creating inside of your dorm. So speaking of our dorms are more like urban loft living than a lot of traditional schools. We are in a historic neighborhood that I'll talk about in a minute. But this is an example of our dorm rooms. They are brand new. While it is a historic building, we renovated it last year. So you have new kitchens, you have new bathrooms. We do not require a meal plan because you have a kitchen inside of your dorm, and Kroger, which is the largest national grocery chain, is just headquartered 1 block from our campus. They have a beautiful grocery store on campus or close to campus as well. We do have a partnership with a restaurant group in town called Thunderdome. So if you do want to load money on your student account, you can do that, spend it at the restaurants in the neighborhood and receive 20% off. We are located in Over the Rhine. It's a historic district in downtown. So we are an urban campus. So really the city itself becomes your campus. You have easy access to Fortune 500 companies, to art museums, to galleries, to design agencies, all places that you can intern while you are a student. You also have access to the newest restaurants, concert venues. We're really close to Washington Park, so there's a lot of festivals that happen there as well. It's a very active area, so you're always going to have something to do should you choose to come to the Art Academy. Also, what do you do with an art and design degree, and how does the Art Academy prepare you? So we do require 2 internships. Here's an example of some places that our students have interned. You also take a class your sophomore year called Going Big. That class is to help set you up for professional development. So interning, where do you want to intern? Building a resume, building a website. We also have a study abroad program, and we do offer scholarships for that study abroad program. And then along with your major, your junior year, you pick what's called a professional pathway, where you are meeting with people inside of the industry that talk to you about what is it like to work in that particular industry, be it maybe a small boutique design agency or a big Fortune 500 company. Should you be interested in the Art Academy, this is our process. It is a free application. We believe in equity for all students, and that an application fee should not hinder you from applying to college. So you can apply on our website or you can apply on Common App. We do require a portfolio that's 8 to 10 pieces of your best work. That could be art, design, creative writing, and a final transcript. We do require a minimum GPA of 2.0. All of those together determines your entrance and your scholarships. We do have very generous scholarships ranging from $8,000 to $20,000 a year. And we are the only art and design school so far in the country to offer a tuition promise. What that means is whatever the tuition is when you start, it will stay the same all 4 years that you attend the Art Academy. Should you want more information, you can scan that QR code and it'll take you to our website. And then I'll also drop my email in the chat. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Art Academy of Cincinnati. And remember, if y'all have any questions for our presenters this evening, please put those questions in the Q&A area that's below on your screen. Next, we're going to have University of Connecticut.
Thank you so much, John. So, hi, everybody. My name is Dan Teague. I am an admission officer at the University of Connecticut. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. And I do work with students specifically from the Carolinas, so I'd be your go-to contact. Let me just share my screen here. I think that is good. And of course, it's backwards. All right, folks, so we will hop right in. So UConn is the flagship state university in Connecticut. We were founded in 1881 predominantly as an agricultural school to serve farmers in the northeastern Connecticut area. We have blossomed to support over 120 academic programs across 10 schools and colleges with roughly 24,000 students across our 5 campuses. We will focus on stores today since that's where most out-of-state students or students out of region will be studying. Some quick facts: we're a top 25 public university. We were ranked 23rd in the nation last year. And we're also a Research One university. So for students that may have interest in the STEM fields or want to do practical research, there's an abundance of opportunity for that at UConn. And to give everyone an idea of where our campuses are located and where we're located in the greater New England area, we are pretty much right in the heart of New England. That Storrs campus in the upper right-hand corner is the main campus. We have about 13,000 students on a pre-pandemic year that lived and studied there. Currently, we have a little under 12,000. So we are very close to capacity again, which is a phenomenal thing to see. Then you can see we do have 4 regional campuses throughout the state. The only other campus that offers housing is Stamford. So again, most out-of-state students would be studying at the Storrs campus. And then we do have some large metropolitan areas within driving distance for a nice day trip for students. Boston, Providence, New York City, and then we do have Six Flags New England up in Western Massachusetts, as well as the Big E, which is actually the largest, I believe the largest fair in New England in the fall, which is a great opportunity for students to check out. And then a little bit about student life. So most people on this call probably have seen us in ESPN or probably one of the athletic channels regarding sports. Our women's basketball team is definitely a perennial powerhouse in the NCAA. But I always say people find us from sports and then stay with the academics. But we do have a lot of opportunities for students to get involved. 21 NCAA D1 teams, 37 club sports teams ranging from very traditional sports to niche sports, and then as well intramural sports, and 700 plus campus organizations and clubs. Similarly, those range from the large national ones that you'll see at any university or college to very small niche ones like a beekeeping club and then the anime club, which my brother actually helped to found when he was a student at UConn. We do also have fraternities and sororities at the University of Connecticut, 30 of those. When it comes to housing, we have 99 options that are basically traditional dorm, apartment, and then also suite style. 33 of those are living and learning commons for first and second year students to take advantage of, specific to social and academic interests. 8 dining halls across campus with 9 cafes and numerous different restaurants sprinkled throughout the Storrs area. And one of my favorite facts, I guess, because I get to eat it all the time, we do have our own ice cream on campus at UConn. So being an agricultural school, we actually cultivate and create our own ice cream on campus that is served at every dining hall on campus and then also at the UConn Dairy Bar. So some of the best ice cream in New England. And then obviously, you can eat lots of ice cream and get involved in lots of things, but the name of the game in college is to get a degree in a field that you're passionate about and that you see yourself working on professionally. We do have lots of different programs to offer you. As you can see, 115 plus majors, 320 minors across 10 schools and colleges. Teacher to faculty ratio is about 16:1. Average class size is 20 to 25. The most popular majors would be biological sciences and psychological sciences. and that's housed within the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, which, similar to many institutions that are on this call and just in general, that's our largest college at the University of Connecticut. And then leading into some other selective programming, we do also have the ACES program that are for undeclared students. It allows students to explore academic programming before declaring a major. And then here we do have selective programming. UConn is a pretty selective institution. Our acceptance rate is at right around 50%. So these programs are definitely a little bit more competitive. On the right there, special programs, those top 4 are direct entry. The 3 on the bottom are junior entry. Students have to apply in the fall or the spring of their sophomore year for entry in the fall of their junior year. And then the special programs on the left there are coordinated curriculum where students are able to gain undergraduate and then graduate degrees. A lot of schools will call those 4+3s or 4+2s. Those programs are the most competitive programs at the University of Connecticut. They have a deadline of December 1st specifically. So for those programs, if you have questions, definitely follow up with me because those deadlines are very important for that. Down there, you did see that we have an honors program as well that is definitely very selective. This is all that we're looking for in our application process. Common or coalition application. We did just recently add in the SRAR component. Not required. If students want, they can just send their transcript. And we are test optional as well. So these are our averages from last year. We are test optional through 2023 currently. So current juniors and seniors will definitely be able to take advantage of that opportunity. Again, I try to just recommend look at the averages of the test scores and try your best to submit based on that. So if you're below, maybe go test optional. I know that one of my colleagues on the call had said for their institution, similarly at UConn, going test optional will not negatively impact your application in one way or at all. Okay, so that is completely up to the student. If they go test optional, they will not be penalized in any way. And then just to finish up here, this is all of our deadlines. As I mentioned, December 1st, the priority deadline. So for students applying for special programs, definitely make sure you complete your application by then. And that is priority for scholarships and honors as well. January 15th is the on-time application deadline. FAFSA is due February 15th. That just opened up 12 days ago. 85% of students at UConn receive either a scholarship, need-based financial aid, or a combination of both. Unfortunately, we don't meet 100% of need, but we do always offer competitive and comprehensive opportunities for financial aid and scholarships. March 1st is when decisions drop. We are a regular decision institution, so that is when our decisions come out. And then May 1st, you probably don't need to worry too much about that regional deadline, but that is the national candidate reply date. And that is when folks like myself and my other colleagues on the call will kind of get a feel for where you're at in your decision-making process and see if we can support you through that any way further. And I know my time is running out, but this is a little bit just about upcoming events coming up on campus. I know you're obviously not 15 minutes away and can't just drive to campus whenever you want, but if you're going to be in the New England area, we'd love to see you. We do have some visit days this month and next, and then also virtual opportunities. But if you have any questions, I will drop my email in the chat. And thank you again for having me.
Thank you so much, University of Connecticut. Next, we'll have Ohio University.
Hi, you guys. I'm Angie Lyons. I'm your regional rep based in Atlanta, Georgia. So let me share my screen and we'll get started. 3, 2. Is that good? Did everyone see? Yes.
Let's see. Yes, it is on the slide with the note section showing still.
That means flip again. This happened. Let's swap it out. How about that?
Perfect.
Great. Hi, you guys. Again, I'm Angie Lyons. I'm your regional rep for the Carolinas. I'm based in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm about to share with you Ohio University. I love to say our forever Ohio. Let's take a quick overview flight of our campus. Now that we have landed safely, let's talk about Ohio and all the things that we can offer you on our campus. First, let's start off with our academics. We have 250 academic programs, strong focus on undergraduate research. Yes, all schools offer some type of research, but at Ohio University, you can start doing a research project your first year. We encourage that, and the faculty love to work with first year students. We're intentional about the size of our class. We saw that beautiful campus. We could be much larger, but we want to keep our student-to-teacher ratio 16:1. 27 is the average class size, and 83% of our classes are taught by faculty and university administrators. Endless possibilities at Ohio University, 600 different active student organizations. We have D1 sports, club, and intramural, as well as a robust arts program. All students at Ohio will get free tickets to home games as well as any arts events. We have a thing called the Ohio Guarantee. This guarantee means that your tuition will not change the 4 years that you're there at our campus. That's our promise to you. But also going to college, we realize it's about transforming yourself, but also about getting a job afterwards. 93% of our graduates are employed after 1 year, either continue their education in some different schools. But here's a quick sample of listing of internship organizations and companies that our students work at. So just wanted to share that with you, because through our Career and Development Leadership Center, we'll make sure that you get help with applications, resume, interview skills, and all those great things on day one as being an Ohio student. So it's not anything you have to wait until your junior and senior year. We encourage internships first year. The application process is very simple at Ohio University. We're on the Common App, and we also have an online application on our website. There is a $15 application fee, and of course, you reach out to me as your regional rep, I can waive that fee for you. We do need your transcript as well as an optional essay or recommendation if you're doing our more selective programs, but if not, it is optional. And also test scores. We are test optional again this year, so you do not have to send your test scores if you do not want to, and it will not penalize you for our merit-based scholarships. As you get ready to apply, 21 credit hours is what we need. As you see, the core classes, I do recommend that you have 2 years of foreign language, consecutive years of the same foreign language. And we do not penalize you if your school does not have visual arts, performing arts, so don't worry about that. We do accept College Credit Plus, any kind of dual enrollment, AP, IB, anything where you took some classes at a college. We would easily accept those if you have a C or better, or if you pass the exam. Again, we are test optional, and I just love to mention this with students because it does not impact your direct admissions to an academic program, your merit-based scholarships, or our honors and scholarship programs. I can tell you Ohio University is great, and from the Carolinas, it's not that far of a drive, but I can tell you, but let's hear from our students because they know firsthand how wonderful this place is. It will be your home away from home.
People that I've met here, the positive energy that I feel here makes it feel like home and a place that I want to be.
It's the place where I'm learning, it's the place where I'm growing.
It's perfect for where I want to be for my life.
I'm always doing something here. I'm always busy. I'm in class, I'm in practice, I'm in rehearsals, I'm in a show, or I'm doing homework. So I don't get time to be homesick, I guess.
When I go to my hometown, I constantly refer to Athens as my home. Like, well, I need to get back home. They're like, you are home.
I've kind of built a friend group here that's like my family. And since I'm an out-of-state student, I rely on that. I live 8 hours from home. I don't actually get to go home often.
Athens is a small town with lots and lots and lots of personality.
I would describe Athens to someone that hasn't been here as the closest thing to perfect that you're going to find.
But I think the best thing about Athens and Athens culture is people truly love it. And there's always something to do, whether it's actually on campus or it's in the local Athens community.
I've never seen a community that just gets together the way the Athens community does and celebrates on a whole the way we do.
I think the culture at University in Athens are really special. It's something where the level of acceptance flows throughout everything.
The culture is just very accepting and diverse, and that's something that I really like.
Everyone in Athens has pride for this school and pride for this town. Athens has definitely become my home away from home.
and Ohio can become your home away from home. Thank you for your time. I'm Angie Lyons. I'm your regional advisor for Ohio University. I'm based in the Southeast in Atlanta, and I would love to hear from you. My contact information will be in chat. Thank you so much. Take care.
All right. Thank you so much, Ohio University. And so to finish up our evening with you all, we would definitely like to leave you all with some words of wisdom from our representatives. And if you all, just in order that you presented, answer the question, what kind of advice would you give someone going through the college search process? What would that advice actually be?
I'll go first. It's definitely hard to stay organized. I always say create a separate email account just for the college selection process, which seems kind of obvious because a lot of times students want to use their high school email address, but I think it's nice to kind of keep everything, create a Google email address. You can sort everything into folders for all your different colleges and keep track. And that way everything is there. It's never, oh, I know I got this email, but I don't know where it is. Seems kind of simple, but I think kind of staying on top because it is can be an overwhelming process applying to many different colleges. You keep your reps' contact information there, kind of keep it all organized in one place.
I'll bounce off of that. I'm going to speak as like a first gen student. So I was first gen and then also came from a single parent household. So I had no idea where to look or how to start. The first thing I'll say is you're going to look at different schools. You're going to look at state schools. You're going to look at private schools. They're all great for different reasons, but you're going to look at some and private schools are going to look a lot more expensive. And you're going to say, there's no way I could do a private school. Just know that private schools give out a lot of scholarships and a lot of grant money. So a private school can be the same as a state school. And I say that as somebody that transferred from one to another. And then the other thing is don't wait on your FAFSA. Once again, I didn't know FAFSA was a thing, so we waited. The longer you wait, the less money you get. So the sooner you can get all your documents together to do your FAFSA, the better you're going to be in helping lower that cost of your tuition.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I would definitely echo everything that my colleagues said thus far. I was also a first generation single parent household. And I actually went to a private and I worked at a private and now I work at a public. I would just say, make a list of all of the schools and the things that you're looking for. You may have some privates, you may have some publics, you may be in the community, but keep your options open. Think about what you really want to do, the programs that you may be able to do and all the different activities that you can do there. Ask questions. So I know folks said to reach out to your counselor, definitely reach out to any of us. That's literally what we're here for. So definitely ask questions when you need to. Visit campuses, I think, is a huge thing. Visiting the campuses that you think you may want to attend, because you may love it on the website and then you might step on campus and be like, whoa, this is too much for me. This isn't enough for me. And then the last one I think that was said earlier, just be mindful of deadlines, especially with your application and your FAFSA. The FAFSA, it's first come, first serve. So if you apply and fill that out later on in the semester, you could get less aid than what you could be getting if you fill out in October, November. So just be mindful of those deadlines. But yeah, I think in a whirlwind of advice, there you go.
I love being last because I get to agree with all the great advice I just gave you guys. And I agree with them 100%. I do want to add this, and this is totally just me and my experience. Take pictures, make memories, take the post it, share it. You're going to visit a lot of college campuses. Take some pictures. Remember how you was feeling that day on campus when you walked, when you heard everything. So I just want to encourage you, everything everyone else has said, but also just keep your memories because this is a great experience. It's a great journey. Take your time and have fun with it.
All right, that was great advice from y'all and great advice. Hopefully that we'll definitely utilize in the process for sure for ourselves. And as we finish off everything for the evening, thank you all so much for coming to spend time with us. After you leave this session, there will be a quick survey that you'll complete for us to kind of tell us and give us feedback about things that we can do to make these events better for you as well. And so for the ACRAO and also for the reps this evening, thank you all so much for coming. Representative, thanks so much for giving your time as well. And everyone have a great evening. Thank you all so much for everything.